Welcome back to Stickers and Scuffs, and we are here with our good friend, Fuel Media Labs and TSN Canada's Joel Robinson. Welcome back. How have you been?
I'm good, guys. How are you doing?
Doing good.
Yeah.
You excited for the first race?
Very excited.
Awesome. It's close to home even.
Yeah.
Only an
That
hour.
mean no camping? You gonna camp?
No, we're just going down.
We're going to camp at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, though, in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. We'll see you there.
And at Delaware as well. We're also camping there.
And this weekend.
Yeah, and this weekend.
Oh my God. It's like the whole summer's planned out.
Before I ask my question, I'm gonna do a hat dance, just like the drivers do in Victory Lane.
Oh, nice. Respect. Flat cap. Do I need to bring one for your brother for next weekend?
I have one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm just wearing the Stickers and Scuffs hat available now.
I dig it, man. Good job, boy.
These two are my favorite hats, so I thought I'd just show them off for this episode.
That sounds good.
So I only have one question, but it sounds like it's been a busy. It sounds like it's been a busy off season. What can you tell us about it?
Well, it's been a really busy off season, not just for Pinty's, but I do another series called Sports Car Series of Canada, and I'm involved in the Motorsport Hall of Fame. And the Motorsport Hall of Fame's having their first gala in 2 years on May 28th.
Wow!
So I've got like 8 races to do in May, plus this gala, so we are busy.
Oh my gosh!
Today
Yeah.
we finished up some new WeatherTech commercials with LP Dumoulin. LP Louis-Philippe Dumoulin, and we finished up a new DJ commercial, and we're working on a new Fast Eddie spot. So it's been busy.
Wow!
Yeah, I had 3 edit suites going this week, one in Montreal and 2 in Toronto. So it's been busy. Have you guys been good at school? What are your grades like these days?
Good.
Yeah.
Good or just okay? Good, right?
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Except in music. I suck at music.
Oh, that's okay. I suck at one thing. But everything's been busy with Pinty's. As you know, there's a lot of new teams, really good excitement for the series. So we're looking forward. I was even in Newfoundland last week to look at the track.
Holy.
So
Is it good?
it's pretty cool. Yeah, they've got some work to do out there, but the whole town is just vibe and can't wait for NASCAR to come.
Yeah.
You should get your dad to put the camper on the back of the car, get on the ferry, and come see us.
It seems like a bit of a trek.
It's a little bit of a trek, yeah. Anyways, what other questions you got, boys?
Not really any other questions, but I hope you got all of your shoes ready because this season's going to be crazy.
You know what? I even got out one of my pairs of shoes that I wear at the track today to make sure, because I thought I had the right pair on, and they were really, you know, when you walk and they go squish, squish, squish. I'm going to see a good pair. So I looked in my closet and I found the good pair, my ons, and I'll wear 2 pairs on Saturday, and I'm praying for no rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we saw you at Sunset last year, like between the rain, you already switched your shoes.
Yeah, it was not fun.
No.
I think I did 48,000 steps that day.
Wow.
That's crazy, eh? I
We
couldn't
stood
walk
under
the
a
next
tent
day.
for 3
So.
hours.
What's that?
We stood under a tent for 3 hours while you were doing
Oh,
that.
see, it wasn't fun, was it? But it'll be good this year. It'll be good. The racing was still good. Once it got going, it was pretty good. So who do you guys think's going to win the first race?
Raphael said.
Andrew Ranger.
Ooh.
I think Lassard's going to get the 8 card of Victory Lane.
Wow, that's a big statement there. Did you see he was on a tractor today? He was farming today. That's pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know he farmed.
Yeah.
I didn't either. I don't think he knew he did either, but he had to. You got to pay the bills, right?
Yep.
Got to eat. So
Yeah.
I like the Raptors shirt. Who do you like for the NBA playoffs?
I think it's gonna be Celtics versus Suns finale.
Ooh, I like that.
Well, going with my shirt,
Miami.
I want Larry and the Heat to like I don't think they're gonna win and go to the championship game, yeah. But like I've been watching their games, like the live feed and stuff like that, and I'm pretty sure it's tied 2-2. I don't know. Maybe the Sixers are up.
It is 2-2.
Okay, I hope the Heat beats them.
He's got a
I hope
strong
so, too.
starting lineup.
Yeah.
Awesome.
This episode of the Stickers and Scuffs podcast with Cam K and Graydon Bunn has been presented by our friend Remax Jack. If you are looking to sell or buy within the GTA, Remax Jack is the person to go to. He's who Cam K trusts in his search for his next home, and he should be yours as well. Check him out at remaxjack.ca. Welcome back to the Stickers and Scuffs podcast. Thanks to the Bunn Sons who opened up the show with our buddy Joel Robinson, who is here with us once again. It's been a while, Joel, but obviously the Pinty Series season is getting ready to start. This episode will actually be released after the first episode. So what do you have to, after the first race, sorry. So what do you have to do to be prepared for this first race in Sunset?
Wow. I've been working 4 months on this stuff. You just work on logistics, people, pricing, lots of elements. We have a TV element. We have a streaming element. We got lots of travel this year. So there is a lot at play here. As the last couple of weeks has been full out, 15-hour days, 7 days a week. I've already been to Newfoundland, been to Quebec a couple of times. So just got to do site checks and just making sure everyone's taken care of. I've been to a couple of shops. I was at all the Quebec shops last week. Saw LP. I saw Kevin Lacroix. I didn't see Kevin, but I saw his dad and Adam, and we did some stuff there. And I saw Cameron. I was at the release for the Cameron announcement and the Ranger announcement. So that was pretty cool.
Joel, you've done this for a number of years and been around for all the economic trends. And what does this season feel like compared to others? It can't be like normal, but sort of a throwback. Question mark.
Come maybe even back to the Cascar days. I mean,
yeah,
there's a lot happening. I mean, even the old guys are coming back. Like Wallace is threatening the race, and we'll see how that goes. And Cathcart's coming back. He's pretty geared up. I think he's been going full out too. And I think everybody who knows how to do anything in London is either at McCall's or Whitey's these days, trying to put cars together. So
seems like it.
Yeah, they are busy. It's going to be a first tough race on the teams. A lot of new cars. Jacobs has new cars, and they've been testing Bergie a fair bit, but there hasn't been a lot of testing. I think this extra week that we started early caused a lot of teams to be a little bit behind the 8 ball, but everyone kind of figures stuff out. So some guys were supposed to be at Flamborough tonight testing, but they all kind of keep that stuff secret. So, we're going to see a good solid 20 cars at the ovals, and I think we're going to see up to 30 cars on the road course.
The footnote to that, sorry, Cam, I know you want to jump in, is that there's so much parity and so much competition coming into this season that the teams want to keep this stuff extra secret just so they can log those extra laps and maybe gain a little bit of an edge on somebody else.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors. There's a lot of new cars been built. NASCAR's got maybe some rules that might come into play. We've got a whole new tech people in at the series level. There's it's going to be busy. Guys are geared up. Sunset, I was there, and Brian and Sandra are fired up to go. And I've been at CTMP a couple of times because I have to put cabling in there. It's everyone's looking forward to it. I think, although SRO, the big sports car series, isn't with us, I still think it's going to be a busy weekend there.
Definitely.
There's a lot that we obviously are looking forward to. It's been for us a whirlwind of a year, and to come back and be prepared for this season, it's going to be a little different, I would assume. Like we when we were in the garage last year, at Sunset Speedway, there was no fans allowed, but this year it appears that they're going to have that. What challenges does that provide for you and your team? Is there any sort of challenge, or is it just kind of navigating around the crowd?
You know, it's always easier if there's no crowd there to kind of get the shot you needed. And but at CTMP, it's tougher because you have to lay your cable a certain way, and
okay,
you know, you have to worry about past turn 3. I don't think anyone was past turn 3 last year, so we weren't too worried about stuff. But you know, there's stuff you have to worry about, and it keeps you up at night. But you just gotta. I want the crowd. I want it packed. I want to hear everybody. I want people having fun, and that's all part of the racing atmosphere. It's, you know, it's one big happy family. Let's get the pizza going. Let's get the pop, and let's watch some good racing. I'm game.
Yeah, it feels like something almost like in the era that we've been bringing our boys to camp that we've never seen, and onto that, there's going to be fans from different drivers and different disciplines at all these different races, which all in all helps the whole scope of motorsports, bringing the Brendan Watson fans to the Pinty series. Like the APC series has it going on with their parody that they have. And this year we're finally getting to see maybe a Mustang or two in the or definitely a Mustang or two in the Pinty series. That
the Mustang doesn't look a whole lot different, tell you the truth.
It doesn't, but it's just like it's just that feeling of currency, like current parody
for sure. But it just, have you seen the new Mustangs? They're electric and they look like a coupe. Like they look like
we have a couple of customers actually. Like we work for a couple of people that have them. There's it's
odd to look at. Like, is that a Mustang?
It's calling it a Mustang. I personally, if I was in the Ford big office, I would have called it, rebranded it the Edge, because it is the edgy type of SUV, and kept the Mustang as their muscle car brand. But that's just me. I'm not a blue oval guy. I'm a Chevy reformed into Mopar fan. So 24 miles to the gallon with that little Hemi there and back to Myrtle Beach. That's pretty respectable.
That's pretty good. Pretty good for this gas.
I was doing my inner, the inner fuel saving. I wasn't driving it like I stole it. So
I knew that I was going on with you guys tonight, and I wanted to show you something, and I wanted to show you this.
Oh, look at that beaut.
Oh, it's even signed, Cam.
Signed.
Oh yeah.
By Schrader.
Schrader.
Yeah, I thought it was a Neil Fair one, but it is Schrader's.
That's beautiful. Schrader's got such a beautiful signature. He's like Richard Petty. It's just like such penmanship.
I've gotten really into this whole investigating stuff, and I don't know if Joel is trying to give us a clue there by showing us a Kenny Schrader car in the year that we're going to Oshweekend. Joel's the type of guy. He's a smart guy who might know something.
He's cutting.
Have you not seen Kenny Schrader race in Canada?
I mean, come on, right?
I bet my money he'll be there.
Do you bet that we will see some current Cup drivers, because that's been some rumored stuff as well? Yes.
Current or past?
Current. I'll go with current. Schrader's have passed as well, so I would say current and past.
Cool.
Now,
so
this might be
$25,000 to win that race, right?
Yeah, and not only that. Sorry, I just got to move the cat out of the way here.
Cats,
but always. I wasn't fortunate enough to see the race, the Canada Day shootout, when it was a thing. I know Tony Stewart. Yeah.
It was bonkers.
But I'm curious, Joel, could this Oshweekend race kind of be like that? Will it attract?
Hold on a sec. We've had this conversation. How do you say the name again?
Oshweekend. I'm sorry, Joel. You'd think with all the time I've spent near Clinton and Adam that I would have gotten it correct by now.
They're going to take you out there and tell you how to say
They're going to
it.
beat me with it. That's what they're going to do. Beat it into me. Right?
Adam's a lover, not a fighter, so it's okay. Clint might be the fighter.
It's
So it's
Clinton you
Clinton
gotta
I need
watch
to worry
for.
about
Yeah,
then. Or Glenn Stiers at that.
So we're talking Canday, Shuta, and Oswego. I think it's going to be huge. I think it's going to be
Really,
big.
eh? Is this
I risked my
something-
job for camping. I took a couple of extra days off for that.
I think this year will be big, and I think once everybody knows what it's going to be like, it's even going to be bigger next year. There's no stopping Glenn. He does what he wants. So, like Aerosmith could be playing there. Who knows? Like she'll be wild.
That's
Eastbound.
it's
is
what
gonna
we
be
need.
nuts, too.
Yep. Like make these events like just blockbuster friggin' epic memories for that you'll carry on for years.
I mean, look at Delaware last year. We did Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And the Thursday had that big country concert. I don't know if they're doing that again last year. They had kind of they got that deal because of COVID last year. But I mean, it was a big deal. And it was a great way to kind of, I think Luke is still getting his sleep back from that weekend, but it was a wild one. And I think it's going to be a big year. I mean, CTMB's been doing concerts too with our races and stuff. I think next year, hopefully the trucks come back. IMSA is going to be there in July. So that'll be a good gauge to see how American series come. I know that other events we go to are talking to big American series to come. So it should be fun.
There's a lot that obviously we've talked about. The off-season moves were insane. There's a lot of some names that maybe people aren't as familiar with. And I don't know if you've gotten a sense because you've been able to tour around and see the teams and seeing the drivers. Is there somebody that this season we can expect to have a breakout? Because we kind of talked about this earlier, in that the field seems so tight and so compact. It really doesn't seem like anybody is a favorite this year, because literally anybody could win.
Yeah, I think the new guys are going to struggle a little bit just because they don't have a lot of road course experience. So I think those guys, I'd love to see those guys that haven't got a championship, that have been doing it for a long time, get there. Lacroix, Tag. We got a bunch of guys in there. I mean, Trayton could be. I was shocked at how well not shocked. The kid's always been a good racer, but he was just amazing on the road courses. I mean, he led to be as far up as he was at Three Rivers is pretty amazing. And a lot of people don't remember, after qualifying at Three Rivers, he flew back to Ontario to do an APC race. Now he's not doing the APC season this year full time. He might cherry pick a couple, but his focus will really be on Pinty. So, and with Scott's team being that 2-car team, and there's some new cars in that family there, he's shrunk it so there'll be more focus. And I think those guys are going to be tough to beat there. But I think those guys like Kennington, they'll still always be there. Dumoulin, he's very focused, and they don't have new equipment. So they've tweaked the old stuff to make it faster. Sometimes, like in NASCAR, some guys would take 6 races to finally get a handle on things. That doesn't happen anymore. But it still takes a couple of races to get a bug out. And if you look at the championships, when you have a champion, they are finishing in the top 3, averaging every race. You don't break. If you break, you're done. So going back to the amount of races we're doing, people are going to have their stuff together.
That's the thing I've been like bursting to get out on a podcast or something when we've been talking about this, is that this year, due to the car counts, the hunger between all the competitors, whether you're there for a trophy or you're there for the big trophy, the championship or the race winner, they're going to have to earn it big time, because you're going to be in traffic, whether you're on a road course, whether you're on an oval, whether you're a veteran of the series, depending on your level of being a veteran, what your definition of veteran is. Some veterans haven't seen this level of traffic. I mean, everybody's going to have their poop in a group, so to speak, and I mean, it's going to be calamity. There's going to be wrecking. It's going to be trading paint and ripping fiberglass off, but it's what we're going to be there for. And as you can tell, it gets my heart rate up. It's going to be awesome. Like, everybody's going to have to earn every inch this year.
For sure. And I think one of the guys I'd be interested to see is Clute. He's going to be in some proven gear, and he's always stout on the road courses. And John Fletcher has built him a brand new road course car. Ooh. He has been at Whitey's for 8 weeks building that car, and Fletcher is meticulous. I don't know if they've had a chance to test, but that means that Peter or Ryan will get into the fast car, and then they've got a third. So you might see 3 Clutes at the track on one weekend. Where Gary has to really get the monkey off his back is at Three Rivers. Every start he's had at Three Rivers, he barely makes a lap. He gets put into the wall. So that'll be a big factor.
And that's, again, Cam, I'm sorry, but like, John Fletcher's a name that you hear all the time, often paired with Gary Clute. But I mean, you hear his name come up in various team discussions when you kind of have your ear to the ground. Like, the guy's just
smart race car guy. Yep, smart race car guy. His family's been involved forever. His brother's involved too. He works at Legendary. He knows cars. He knows, he just knows fine tuning. He's been working with Kennington for a bit on his big wins and stuff. So he's just been around forever. He was a great race car driver. He could have been an even better race car driver. He had some sponsorship issues down at the end there, and it didn't happen, but he found what he wanted to do. So,
and those are kind of the sidebar things that we like to give shout outs to, is just like those guys that you might not be able to pick them out of a lineup, but those guys make those cars fast, and it helps those wheelmen that do take those checkered flag. And we've seen Gary like blow engines. He's like a go or blow kind of guy. He's got a heavy foot and he's fast. If the car can stay underneath him, he'll put it in victory lane by all means necessary. And John Fletcher is one of those guys that help put those cars underneath guys like Gary Clute.
He's the 2022 Al Turner. I'm making that statement.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Win or go home. Crash or win.
Yeah.
That's Gary
Clute. Okay. I'm cool with
Al Turner of 2022. I want to see the T-shirts. I want to see big Gary Clute heads at the track with a little bit of turnaround on there.
You gotta have the stash though too, right? You can't have it without the stash.
Yeah, we gotta tag Linda in this stuff for sure.
Yeah, I mean, this is what's so cool, is that the fact that we're I mean, the more we talk about this grade, the more hype I get. Like, it really is. It's something like that, like we haven't experienced. I mean, we had so much fun last year, but this season, Joel, there's like I said, there's been a lot of moves, but I'm curious what's one that stands out for you of either a driver that's coming into the series. I'll tell you kind of revealed this teaming on social media for us, and I really think that it's going to be a good pairing. Alex Gannett with Dave Jacobs, and I'm telling you, like, this is what we said before. I said it on the Power Hour show, is that Dave Jacobs is one of the smartest eyes for talent, and he brought Ranger and he brought Tag in. JP Bergeron and Alex Gannett, I think, is going to be a really stout combination. Who are your picks?
Dave Jacobs speaks no French, except he only hires French drivers. That's it. Dave's been very Dave has been, when he retired, he got very lucky. He got into that Alex Tagliani Ranger situation because of his friendship with some Quebec businessman, Alan Labrosse. And it really, he solidified his brand. He solidified what he does. He keeps things simple. He doesn't overindulge. He keeps things to himself. And, Gannetto's only running the road courses.
Yes.
So he will steal points. That's it. And maybe he'll come on board and help Bergeron, but Gannett's still very young. I think he's 24. And Jacobs kind of remembered that this year when he re-signed. He's like, man, Gannett was only 17 when he ran for me before. And Gannett was a basher. He used up his stuff, and there wasn't anything left with 50 to go, and there was always bumpers missing and stuff. So Gannett's, he is the Bruce Lee of NASCAR Pinty series, but
Ricky Stenhouse.
he will be there. So
Awesome. Joel, we could go on for hours and hours and hours, but
let's go. I booked the night off. I didn't eat my tacos yet, but I'm ready to go. Okay, let's go.
unfortunately, we've learned that doing an hour and a half long podcast doesn't gain you.
No one listens. They're
yeah,
like,
no one listens.
Yeah.
So we were going to have to cut it short there, Joel, but thank you so much for coming on. We can't wait to hang out with you this year. Definitely one thing.
Yeah, we're going to be a pain in your ass like never before, bud.
no problem. I'll just
Yeah.
get away.
Oh, wait. Before we wrap it up, what do you liken Eastbound Park to?
I was just about to wrap it up
track?
with that.
Yeah,
Just about
that's
to
the
wrap it
last
up with
one.
that.
I liken it to a track that I went to with ARCA back in the late 90s, and I can't even remember. It went up into a cornfield. So I can't really explain it because from turn 1, you go uphill to turn 2. It's a big old, it was
awesome.
bigger than I thought it was. So it's up turn 2 and then along the back straight and then down 3 and 4.
Is it 3/8?
It is 3/8. It's a big 3/8, but you're running the bottom, so it's a little tighter. But it's a
5/16
cool.
and a half.
If you look at the layout, if it was flatter, like it would look a lot like Riverside. Even the building, the tech shed in turns 3 and 4 at Riverside is the exact same model of tech shed.
Okay.
I don't know what they did, but there's a lot going on there, and she's going to be jammed. Like they're already sold out of VIP. There'll be 10,000 people there. Mike James, he's a crazy promoter. It's going to be wild. So
we like to hear.
Absolutely.
Just had to know.
Absolutely. You'll be able to see all of Joel and his team's amazing work this year in the NASCAR Pinty Series. Not just the Pinty Series, but what other series are you guys going to be covering this season, Joel?
We'll be doing the Sports Car Challenge Canada Series. We do 5 races for them, streaming 4, streaming 5 as well. And then we're doing some Nissan Central Cup. We're streaming 4 of those shows, and we're streaming 4 Radical races.
All right.
So cool. I don't know how many that is, but I'm tired already. So this is going to be a long summer.
I want to thank Joel Robinson for tuning in. Thank you guys as well for being a part of the Stickers and Scuffs podcast this week.